Hey everybody, this is Rick Wells with Rick Wells and Associates Insurance in Ripley, Mississippi. And it's that time of year again. I come to talk about a few things. One, I just realized that October has got a few significant things in it. First, there's Halloween. It's going to be the first full month of autumn. It's my youngest daughter's birthday month. And it also is the beginning of the annual election period for Medicare. Now, what is the annual election period? The annual election period is a 7 week period that runs from October the 15th through December the 7th, each and every year, where those who are Medicare beneficiaries can make selections on things like their Part D prescription plans, Part C, Medicare Advantage, if they choose or elect to go and participate in one of them, or come off and go back to traditional Medicare. The annual election period is also a great time to review your coverage for your Medigap, your Medicare supplement, for those that are on Medicare supplements. There's a big comfort in knowing that my Medigap paid for my last hospitalization, all that. And so I'm just going to leave it alone. But I've got something to tell you. Did you know that every Medicare plan, like a Plan G or a Plan F, if you're fortunate enough to still have a Plan F, plan and whatever plan you're on, all pay exactly the same? Because prior to 2005, with the Medicare Modernization Act, they could add different benefits and things, but come 2005 forward, that brought in the prescription drug plans, Part D, the Medicare Part C, which is Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans. With that Modernization Act, they also standardized Medicare supplements. So, this is a good time to check to see if you're getting the best rate. Now, there might be some underwriting issues, health problems that might prevent us from getting you a new plan, but it's free to check. And why not if you can save a couple of dollars? I want to talk to you before I go any further about why I think it's so important that Medicare beneficiaries not use company agents or captive agents or those guys you see on TV like Joe Namath or whoever they're telling you to call here. Let's talk about a captive agent. A captive agent works for a company, and that's all they can write is the plans for that company. Now, I'm not saying those plans aren't good, but maybe it's not the best one for you. And the guys on TV, well, they're selling one type of Medicare plan and one type of Medicare plan only, and that would be Medicare Part C. And not all the benefits they tell you on TV will apply to you because they go county by county. So that's why it's important to find an independent agent that is licensed with as many companies as they can be. Now, at Rick Wells and Associates, we have access to every single solitary product in Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana, and Arkansas. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of money for us to do that. But let's say that you want a Medicare Advantage. So we come in, we put your drugs in, we find all the Medicare Advantages available in your zip code. Well, they all look good. They all have a good premium. Some might even have a zero premium. But then we put your doctors in and your specialists in. And guess what? Might not be the best one for you anymore. You might need to go to Bravo Company. But if I was captive, I couldn't show you that. If I was, or if I am an independent broker, I can. Another thing, not all plans work best for everyone. I'm so sick and tired of, especially on the internet. You have some insurance agent saying Medicare Advantage is the worst thing ever. And then on the other hand, you have people saying Medicare Advantage is the best thing ever. Well, it all depends on the individual client. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on where you live. It depends on who your doctors are. It depends on how much money you want to spend, how much out of pockets you want to have. It's not all based on premium alone. And those guys that are on there telling you that Medicare Advantage is horrible, you lose your Medicare, well, you truly do not want to go to them because they truly do not know what they're talking about. So, what are some of the things that we need to check? Let's get on there. First of all, absolutely every year you check your Part D plan. Every year. It doesn't cost you a thing to do it. And if an agent charges you to do it, you pick up the phone and you call 1-800-Medicare and report that agent, because that is a service we have to provide to have the privilege to offer Medicare Part D. You see, we get paid from these companies. We get a commission. And so part of the deal we have is that we will do what's best for the client. So checking your prescription drug card. That's the first thing you want to do. Maybe the plan you have is going to be the best. Sometimes a lot of people, I'd say most people think, well, I'll see what the lowest premium is. Well, that's all well and good, but if it doesn't cover your medicine, then you've got that for a whole year. So go check. You can come see me. You can come text me. You can call my office, but I'll call you back. And we can do that. Just get your prescription drug card checkup. And while we're on the subject of prescription drug cards, the rules for low income subsidy have changed. They've raised that ceiling a little bit. But last year when I was checking for LIS for my clients, a lot of them only missed it by a little bit. So this year, do that as well. Doesn't hurt your agent to help you. And they should not charge you for this either. And if we have software that Medicare provides or Social Security provides us, and they'll tell us, yes, you should apply, or no, you shouldn't. And then they'll make the final determination, but it'll give the agent or the broker an opportunity to know which direction to go on it. And low income subsidy, that could save you virtually hundreds of dollars a year. So you want to check that. I told you also to check your Medicare supplement or Medigap that would go along with traditional Medicare, because you see, not all areas does Medicare Advantage work in, and not all people want Medicare Advantage. But if you're on a Medicare supplement, that premium is going to increase every year. So let's see if we can't keep you at the lowest premium for your age bracket. We can do that. There's another thing you can check, and that's if you're your dual eligibility. And if that's the case, we'll refer you to the Office of Medicaid in your individual state, and you can apply for that, and you can still receive your Medicare benefits, but you'll also have the offset of copays and stuff through Medicaid. So every year, October 15th through December 7th. Every year. It's my favorite time of the year, by the way, because I get to see old friends that I might have only talked to on the phone, but I'll see them face to face. And now I'm going to do a little shameless plug for my agency. If you're one of my many clients in North Mississippi and Southwest Tennessee, or Western Alabama, we do need to have an appointment set up so you can come in and we can check what you have for next year. But if I'm not your agent, but you would like me to just check what you have, we'll be glad to do that. And there's never, ever a charge for it. You can get in touch with us by calling the office, 662-993-8708. I'll put that on the screen. We'll say it one more time, 662-9908. No, I'm sorry, 662-992-8708. 662-992-8708 is my office. Or you can text me, and that would be a text to 662-587-9602. Now, listen carefully. Text me on that number. If you call me on that number, I'm not going to answer it. I'm not going to check the voicemail on it. I'm going to check your text. Okay, we just have too many people on that. Or you can email me, and that's rick.rickwellsinsurance@gmail.com, and all that'll be in the description for you to get in touch. And because you have to reach out to me, that's a Medicare provision, and I'm not breaking the rules for anybody. You need to reach out to me and say, "Hey, Rick, I'd like to talk to you about," and we'll do it, and we'll set an appointment up. But this year there have been significant changes, and you do need to see your agent. If you don't have an agent, then get in touch with me, and we'll be glad to do it. But there have been significant changes to Medicare coverage this year. One thing you're going to find out, just as a rule of thumb, that in virtually all markets, Part D has increased the premium. Why is that? Because of the way Medicare is reimbursing and how the coverage gap is covered and all that. There's a huge change in there. And if you're diabetic, you're going to see some changes that are beneficial when it comes to insulin. So your premium might have gone up some, but your insulin coverage is going to be infinitely better. So that's going to offset that increase in premium and probably help you in the long run. But these are things you need to check. And check all the companies. Don't just check one or two. Just ask your agent, show me your comparison sheet of all the plans available to me. And if they won't show you that, then that means they don't have all the plans available to you. Say thank you very much and get in touch with the broker that can. Okay, give me a holler, 662-993-8708. Give me a text, 662-587-9602. Or give me an email, rick.rickwellsinsurance@gmail.com. I will not answer any comments on this video. Not because I don't want to, it's because I can't. I'm not allowed to. So you have to contact me personally, and that's not one way to do it. All right, thanks. You have a blessed day. I'm going to have more of these videos coming out. We're going to talk about specific changes to Part D, specific changes to Part C, specific changes to LIS and OES before the 1st of November. We're going to talk about the Affordable Care Act because that open enrollment begins November 1st. Okay, y'all. Thanks, and you have a blessed day. Bye now.